Hello, welcome back. So, in my previous videos, I stuttered and I didn't explain that good. So, today in this video, I'm gonna try to not stutter. So, today I'm gonna make a video on slope, point, intercept, exponential, logarithmic, and quadratic functions, and about the graphing them or whatever. So, let's get started. So today this is just a basic intro, I guess, right? So not everything is a basic intro. There's also part 2s, part 3s and stuff, and it'll get more harder and harder. So let's start, okay? So let's start getting on our first example. So sorry if I do that. So yeah, you might probably see the answer here, but I'm gonna explain you why that is the answer, okay? So wait a second. Okay, so let me actually. So let's graph the function, the logarithmic function, log 4 to the power of x. Now, how do you do that? So let's bring numbers here, 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2, right? So in here, right? So if we have like let's say like x equals 1. So what are logarithms? So I'm gonna teach you today. So like 4 to the power of what equals 1? It's actually 0, right? So the y coordinate must be 0, right? Now 4 to the power of what equals 2? There's no answer to that, right? So let's just leave this, right? And let's put this as 0, right? And now what about 4? Okay, 4 to the power of what will be 4? It's 1, right? Now what about this? 4 to the power of what equals 16? It's 2, right? So as you can notice, when you multiply by 4 or something, right, the values keep increasing, right? So yes. So let's graph the function here. So what we actually do is 4 to the power of 2. Yep. Okay. So let's start. Sorry if I like waited a bit. So now let's start. So 0 1, right? I mean 1 0 1 0. Sorry. 1 0 is here. 4 1, right? So we go here 4 1. 4 1 and 16 2. 16 2, right? So like the graph would probably be somewhere around here. Probably somewhere like there, right? Sorry, my drawing isn't that good, but that is the exponential function here. That's how it's drawn, right? So now we already finished. So we're not really that done yet. Well, come on, let's just do more. So if you're an 8th grader, right, you will be very much. You probably need this as a helpful for this grade, right? For the 8th grade, right? Y equals minus 4x plus 2. You know, this is slope intercept, right? Y-intercept, slope intercept, right? So when you're learning about slopes in graphs in 8th grade, right, you're gonna need to know about this, right? Minus 4. So now let's actually talk about this, right? So since it has 3, right? 3, as you can see right here, you can say this could be the y coordinate, right? It's actually plus 3, right? So you can say this is the y-intercept. So it will actually be, it'd be a y-intercept. So that means you should go about here, 0 3, right? And now since the slope is negative, right, you move down 4 units, right? It has negative 4 in it, so you need to move down 4 units, right? 1 2 3 4, right? And you know, like they usually do substitution long steps. You don't have to do that, right? Since it has an x, right, you can just do this, right? Negative 4 1, right? And Sorry, my drawing's never that good, right? Sorry about that. But either way, just draw it perfectly. I think this is the best. I think you need to do this. Yeah, yeah. I think you need to fix that part, but still, it's okay though. Just leave it as that, right? So that's how you plot a slope one intercept, right? So just remember this, right? When it's positive 30, just remember you should always add a point in 0, 3, right? Now what about minus 4x? That means that you need to move down 4 units and cross to the right one time, just one, right? This is an idea to help you figure out what to do, right? So just think of it as a triangle, right? It's just like that. So how do you graph this function, right? So we can just use substitution. For example, 2 to the power of x could, so if you say x is 0, right? 2 to the power of 0 is 1, so it can be a point here on 0, 1, right? Now 2 to the power of, if x equals 1, right? 2 to the power of 1 is 2, right? So it could be 1, 2, right? Now in here, you can see like, so let's say if x equals 2, right? 2 to the power of 2 is 4, right? So it's 2, right? 4. So I think it's somewhere around here. 2, 4, right? And 2 to the power of 3, right? So let's say if x equals 3, right? And 2 to the power of 3 is 8, right? So it's 3, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, I think it should be here somewhere, right? No, sorry. It should be somewhere around here, right? And the graph should probably be like, going like this, right? It should be going here, right? I don't know about the other parts of where the graph is going, but I know it's going this way, right? This way. As you can see my mouse, this way, right? This way, this way. Towards the positive, where the positive axis would be, right? So now you guys have known exponential and stuff like that, right? So now let's talk about this one, right? So we haven't gone to this right? So how do you graph a regular quadratic equation? So remember, you should do minus b over 2a, right? I'm sorry this is 3. Let's just put this as 4, right? 4, this because of 4, right? So it's minus 4 over 2 minus, right? So remember, you should always do this. Minus b over 2a. And after you get that, then you have to like plug it in for all the values. Then actually you get the vertex, right? So the parabola will be going down because of this, right? Minus 2x squared is actually negative, right? So I think it's probably like going down or something, right? So minus b, right? We can say it's minus 4, right? And 2a, right? 2 times minus 2, right? Is a minus 4. Minus 4 from minus 4 is same as 4 over 4, which is 1, right? So now we can plug in the values for these, right? So 1 squared is 1, right? Minus 2, so we can say it's minus 2 plus 3, right? Minus 2 plus 3 is 1, right? 1 plus 5 is 6, right? So we can say it, so let's go to 1, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 6, right? And this will be the vertex, right? Isn't it? Yep, it's true. So now let's talk about this. What about if we put 2, right? If you put 2, so 2 squared is 4. Minus it would be minus 8 plus again minus. Listen, did I do it correctly in the first place? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So think about the other parts where you put it. Minus 8 plus, right? So I think we go to here, probably here, right? Now what about here, right? What about in 0? What do you put here for 0? So if you put like 0 square, right? 0, 0, so it'll be 5, right? So the answer probably is 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we put here in 0, 5. So let's just not care about this. We can just instead go like this, right? And like go here, or be in a different, right? So what do you do actually, sis? So sorry if I didn't show you that much steps. So the thing is that since you get minus b over 2a, now you're supposed to plug in the value for x, right? And solve it all around here, and you get the vertex, right? Now I'm not talking about the vertex. Now what about like graphing it, right? So now you substitute 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, right? Plot at least 5 points, right? 5 or 6 points, right? Or whatever, right? And then graph them, right? That would be useful, right? It will not be useful, it will be very useful, right? So now let's talk about, I've already done these parts. Now let's talk about a quadratic equation. So how do you evaluate a quadratic equation? So always know quadratic equation is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, right? To find the discriminant, you can do b squared minus 4ac, right? I don't think it's over 2a on that. I guess I don't know. I don't think it is though. So what do you do? So since you have 3x squared plus 8x plus 3 equals 0, so the thing you do is minus 8 plus or minus the square root of 8 squared, which is 64, minus 4ac, right? 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 3 is 36, right? Right, to the my plus or minus the square root of 64 minus 36 over 2a. 2 times 3 is 6, so we can put it as here, right? So 64 minus 36, right? And so this is actually very easy. You can just do what's it called? The answer will be 28, right? So square root of 28, right? 28. This isn't a perfect square, right? To tell you otherwise, right? So instead we can just factor it out, right? We can just factor this out. So the greatest common factors of 28 is 14 times 2, right? And 7 times 2, 7 and 2 could be this, right? So minus 8 plus minus, right? 7 4 7 2 over 6. And if I'm wrong, then please correct me. Sorry about that. The factoring part, I'm not really used to it that much, right? But however, the real answer is actually, what's it called? Yes, this in the top, right? Right here, this one. Right? That's the answer to this, right? As I can say, right? So that's how you do this. Now, what about this? I think I already did this, didn't I? I think so. I think we already did that. So now let's talk about this, right? Minus what's it called? Now we're gonna talk about logarithmic functions, right? So if log 2 raised to parentheses 3x plus 7 parentheses equals 5, right? What is the value of x? So what are you supposed to do? So let me tell you this, okay? If I have log 3, right, over, let's say 9, right? No, not over. I'll say log 3, log base 3, 9 or something, right? So the answer will be 2 because 3 squared is 9, right? Same for that. That means that in this equation, right, it means that 2 to the power of 5 has to equal 3x plus 7, right? And I'll actually erase the 2 to the power of 5 because we all know it's 32, right? So we do minus 7, right? which is so easy, right? Got like what's it called? 45, right? 45 equals 3x, right? And this is so easy. This is like sixth grade. You divide it by 3, divide it by 3, and you get 15, right? So the answer will be 15 because 15 times 3 is 45, right? So that's how you find a logarithmic function. Now what about this? Y equals minus 2x plus 5. How do you find the both two coordinates, right? Right, that will pass through. So remember, since plus 5 here, right, is positive 5, right? You can say it's 0, 5, right? Now, now what other point would it pass through? So just remember 5 minus 2, right? So since it will be 0, 5, right? Think of it 0, 5, right? Minus 2x means that it will drop from 5, right? So it will go to like 0, 3, and then 1 right, right? It'll go right just one time. So that means you'll land in the point 1, 3, right? You'll be used to it if you like clearly try to understand me in this video what I'm trying to say. Now what about this? 3x, right? Find all the values of what you can do for 3x, right? So that's easy. You can just substitute, right? This is the easy question. 3 to the power of 1 is 3. 3 to the power of 2 is 9. 3 to the power of 3 is 27. 3 to the power of 4 is 81, right? Yep. And what about if I say this, right? What is the fourth root of 81? It's actually 3 because 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is actually 81, right? I'm sorry if my counting did is incorrect. Sometimes happen, I guess. So let's combine. So log 2 5 1 2. So how do you solve this? So let's have log 3, right? Let's have log 3, right? 9, right? So what is the answer? 3 to the power of what would equal 9, right? It will actually be 2, right? Same for that, right? Same just like that. You're trying to find log 2, right? To the power of what would equal 512. So we know that log 2 to the power of 9 will equal 512, right? So that would be the answer. The answer would be 9, right? So that's all you're supposed to do for this one, right? So just in case we have not done this 2x or 2x, right? I'll just do it. Just don't mind me in this part, actually. Okay, I think we already did this, I guess. So, however, we solved today's problems, and we actually tried to get into slope, y-intercept, exponential, logarithmic, and quadratic functions, right? And in the next video, I'm gonna talk about something else. I'm gonna talk about more like into Schrodinger's and equations, right? It's about physics, right? So Schrodinger's equation is very complex and stuff, right? I think it's probably used like quantum mechanics, which is unsolved, right? So I don't really know if I'm gonna use it. No, I think I'm gonna use it, right? I'm just kind of trying to see from others if there's like more clues and how you use it, right? So bye. Have a nice day. I'm gonna see you in the next video. I'm gonna do physics part 2, right? After that comes the other video. Comes the video of polynomials and factoring, right? And another video after that will be trigonometric functions of calculus, right? Another after that would actually be something like what's it called? Yes, like drawing shapes. For example, what I'm trying to mean is like like n equal that, right? Let's talk about periodic table, right? So how do you draw this, right? And yeah, I'm gonna go like that, right? So 1, 2, right? 8 on the second shell and like first and the third shell and stuff, right? And I actually group 1 periodization. I'm gonna talk about that for those who do not know it, right? We're probably not gonna talk about that in the 8th video. I'm probably gonna talk about something else. So it just depends on time management. Or I'm gonna do like rationalizing the